in Pittsburgh. It's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the LA Chargers.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season, but in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down, and if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will find his man on the outside.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We got 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Aaron Donald, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
26, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 10.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no
end zone. Chargers touchdown. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Steelers nothing.
Yeah. Can niggas hear me out there in Madden?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wildcard teams that get in. And some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me. And I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
What's the deal, y'all?
That's all right, bro.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dietrich Wise Jr. providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And what a comfort zone for this team because they've got a guy leading them that's not only played well in the playoffs, but he's won a Super Bowl too. And you know how much experience counts in this league in the postseason. Anything a defense throws at him, it won't frazzle him at all. He'll be aware of it, ready to take advantage of it. Let's see if his team is at the same level.
First down, Chargers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 7, Steelers nothing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Go again.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run with Cook. And the Chargers are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 14-0.
Crash course to meet with the
Out is
Raiders.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Oh.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Blue down.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Check pass, check pass.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
How did he get that?
The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Beautiful.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Come on,
the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup. As well. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wild card game. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this.
Hey, man, you hit
and
me
he'll
all
go out
out
of bounds after
bro.
taking it a little further down inside the 40.
shit
The
can
decision to
make me
tuck and
mad,
run
bro.
gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Steelers' 21-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. from 21 yards away. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
7 yards there and a first down.
I'm going to run you over. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, come on, drop it.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. They run again on first down. Cook, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That DN should not catch me, but we'll see.
I'm going to come back to you.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 47-yard
Boy to the white truck.
gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's 2nd and a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Run it, run it, run it.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, here we go. Watch left pass. Pass.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Kill.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
That's going to be a long day.
They'll run on first down. Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Chargers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The twat, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
I don't understand it.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. Right now, they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he dropped down.
Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
26 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Definitely.
51 Mike. Mike 51.
Wilson wants to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's go, defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. What? 51's the mic, boys. 51. I know it.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
But they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on